Alright, so Sun God Freyr is releasing tomorrow on Global, and people are going to be asking me, should I summon for the new banner? Should I summon for the new banner? And although I would say you can do whatever you want, I'm not your dad, I will be explaining why I will personally be skipping on my free-to-play account. If you don't know, I've been playing Global free-to-play for 2.5 months or so, since River came out, basically. And I've been trying to summon on the banners that really seem worth summoning. Obviously, on my global account, I didn't summon for like this Mally, and I didn't summon for Brynhilder because those are banners that I felt like were not really worth summoning for me. And why I'm actually going to be skipping this guy. I really like this guy. He is really powerful. He's generally very good for a lot of things. He's really good for bird. He's really good for deer. He's pretty good for PvP. And he's a must-have. Genuinely, a must-have for this new boss. The new demonic beast battle that just came out. But why I will be skipping. First off, this new demonic beast battle that he's needed for, unless you 6-6 him, and you have 6-6 Light Elizabeth, high duped Trader Mally, and high duped DN, say goodbye to your chances of beating floor 3 anyways, honestly. In floor 1, you don't really need him. So, until a character that's actually going to make this, easy, I'm probably not going to be touching this activity on my free-to-play account anyways. So for that, I don't see the need to have him. He is what Brynhilder was to the bird, what Skadi was to the deer. He is a character that's generally made for the new boss, but not designed to trivialize it. I think I can explain it better if I come here, right? And let's take a look at Grand Cross. Oh, I messed that up. Grand Cross's release of characters in conjunction with Demonic Beasts. Again, Brynhilder, very good unit. Generally, still very good. But, she came out with Bird, and although she felt like a must for Bird, and she made it easier because of her Power Strike card, her healing ultimate, her passive generally making her very strong, she didn't necessarily made it easy. And then August, right? She came out. November, Megalda comes out. A unit made for it, right? Literally, her passive only works on the bird. And in conjunction with Trader Mally makes the activity a joke, right? Move forward, Deer comes out in January. Skadi comes out. And Skadi is a good unit, generally very good unit. She's still very good for Deer. She was generally very good for Deer at launch as well. Having 2 attack cards made her very good as a red character. And removing buffs, her ult heals, stuff like that. Very good. But she didn't make Deer easy. Who made Deer easy was Jormungandr, which came out, let's see. Damn it, I lost her. Okay, Skadi came out here in January. She came out in March. So 2 months. Jormungandr comes out, makes the boss easy. Her passive is completely overpowered for Deer. And Skadi was in her banner. So what I'm thinking is, for me, this guy, again, he is generally made for the activity, and he makes it easier. He doesn't make it a joke, like Jormungandr makes Deer, and Megalda in conjunction with Trader Mally makes Bird. But he does make it more possible. Allies are immune to ignites is a must for floor 3. And then everything else that he does. He is, again, very powerful for the new boss. But I feel like if you're a free-to-play player, you won't be able to beat floor 3 for quite some time still. This boss is way harder than Deer was day 1. Way harder than Bird was day 1. I'm telling you, this boss is insane. And if you pull him, let's say you pull 1 copy of him, not good enough. You need 6 copies. The Death Ultimate really carries you. So I will be skipping his first banner on my global account and waiting for his return on possibly the next banner, because this was Jormungandr's banner. Jormungandr again came out 2 months after Skadi, and it was the next Ragnarok banner, and Skadi was already back on it. And she had Megalda, Brynhilde, and everything like that. I'm expecting that the next Ragnarok banner will be either Tyr, the fire guy from Story, or his sister Freyr. And if either of those are the character that makes the boss more, accessible to players who don't have full 6/6 festival characters, of the new festival characters especially, then that banner is the one I'm going to be spending my gems on my free-to-play account. But he is, again, generally very good for other things. He's really good for OG Demon. He's really good, again, for Bird and Deer, but generally replaceable, and I don't feel the need of having him. Ragnarok characters have been returning in every single Ragnarok banner, essentially. Isn't he the next Ragnarok banner after Jormungandr? Wait, let me actually check. Yeah, Jormungandr came out in March, and now in June we have him. Yeah, he's the next banner after Jormungandr, and guess what? Jormungandr is back. So they return these characters every banner, essentially. See, Jormungandr's here. Oh, I guess Ban is also here. There was a Ragnarok banner supposing between Skadi and Jormungandr, but I don't want to really count Ban. All these Ragnarok characters, they come back very often, and he's going to come back probably next Ragnarok, but maybe he won't. And if he doesn't, Sag, because he is pretty good. But generally not needed if you're not a try-hard, sweaty nerd that can actually beat the new boss anyways. And one thing that really, it's he is really good for Bird actually. He's pretty good. I just did a run of course with him on Bird and Deer as well. But it's I can only get the first time reward per week on one of them. And that really pisses me off. They need to change this because a character like him comes out that's generally very good for all three. But I can already do Bird with no problems. And so far, especially on my free-to-play account, I don't feel the need to do Deer because there's only one good Deer relic. Or one must-have Deer relic in my opinion. And then these guys, they come out and, the only relics for them are Skadi and Droll. So for quite some time, there won't be a need to do this. Unless you really want to make Skadi's Holy Relic, which makes her a little bit better. Droll's Relic seems pretty bad because there's not much application for it. The actual effect looks really good, but it's going to be very hard to actually use it. I think, maybe I'm wrong, but there's no need to do this boss as your weekly for now because there's no relic for it. So until then, there's probably going to be the better character to do it. So yeah, this is why I'm skipping. You can do whatever you want if you really like him. So a lot of people say, actually, I said this on stream already, that I'm going to be skipping him for those reasons. And a lot of people said, yeah, I know, but I actually just want to have him because he looks really cool. Fair enough, he looks really cool, but I do think he's going to come back very soon. So I think for free-to-plays, summoning on every banner is generally very bad as well. Summoning for banners that you feel like you need the characters on, or especially festival banners, I feel like are just generally better. But yeah, that's about it.